Good
My
afternoon.
goodness. Hello,
Goodness
hello.
gracious. Hi there, Lillian Bustle.
Hi, Jen Ponton.
How many birthdays have you had since we last chatted?
Oh, I feel like we recorded in like May or something, right? So you had a birthday.
I did. I had one whole birthday.
One whole birthday. I had a half birthday.
You sure did.
Oh,
How you doing?
I'm okay. In larger strokes, my knee, which had been not quite back to normal, is, I'm going to say, like, mostly back to normal. I can squat and get back up without holding on to things.
Holy
which
shit.
is pretty great. Yeah, I'm not
Probably
trying to, like...
better than pre-surgery.
Oh, no, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. But better. And I have been... performed in heels a couple of times. I was in the Miss Coney Island pageant, which was a blast. Yeah, moving and shaking. I'm back to doing art modeling again and moving through the world on 2 feet, which is my favorite. So.
Yay! And we're like 1 month past your 1 month anniversary of your knee surgery?
1 year, yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exciting.
didn't think it was going to take a whole year to feel like myself again, but here we are.
Dude, I'm not shocked. Not at all.
No, yeah, I mean, it was definitely an exercise in listening to my own body. And here we are.
Yay. Well, I missed you, Lillian Bustle, and we missed you, fuck buddies.
Yes. What's been going on with you, Jen?
Well, let's see. Since last we appeared for our fuck buddies, I made a movie with you. I got COVID once, and then spent the rest of the summer just kind of tumbling wildly down a hill with like weird illnesses and the strikes, which for anyone who doesn't know, WGA has ended. They got a great deal. We're very proud of them. SAG-AFTRA is still going on, which is my union.
So dumb.
And the AMPTP just literally walked out of negotiations last week, which was absolute trash. So yeah, like tumbling down a hill full of boulders with illness and strikes and more illness and kind of like getting ready for the most Jerseyest summer of my life, but totally dashed by COVID and a crazy upper respiratory infection that would not go away.
Gross.
And just like bump-a-dump, bump. So,
Bump-a-dump.
yeah, just really, truly. And things have like gently started to come back up and like ramp back up. And I'm like, okay, fall is it. Fall is the season. And then went on my first vacation since I really, honestly, I can't tell you when. I think the last vacation I took was in 2015.
Oh my God.
I think that was my last actual real vacation, right? Not like staying with family.
Sure.
Yeah, 2015. And so I just went on a real ass vacation with my mom and Jory and my cousin Ruby, and we had the greatest time on earth. It was so wonderful. It was so good. And then all fucking 4 of us went down like mosquitoes with COVID at the end. And it was right at the end of the window of like whatever immunity Jory and I still had from having COVID, basically on Memorial Day. So it was just like stupid on stupid, bump a dump. Like just, just more of the fuck course.
Jesus. Well, I am still very grateful. I've still only had it once. And I have gotten, to date, I have gotten 7 shots entirely. And I would like to remind people that you don't ever have to wait anymore. Like when they roll things out, I want to say that for the bivalent, only about 20% of people like got the bivalent booster at all.
Right.
So you're not taking it away from somebody else who needs it. All that's over. There's just no news coverage of anything anymore. So I have been getting them every 6 months. I understand that whatever is rolling out next is something that we might not need a booster for, but obviously I'll believe that when I see it. So I would really recommend anyone who has been like, oh, I don't think I'm high risk. I don't think I'm blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. You just go get it.
Just go get it.
Go get it.
Absolutely, because you haven't had it since the very beginning. I never got the bivalent booster, and at the time that I was literally going to get it because it was the most convenient for me to be knocked the fuck out by a vaccine, is when I actually got COVID again. And then by the time I was about to get another booster, I got it again. So, don't be Jen in this scenario.
Don't be Jen. I'm super pleased to be back to masking on transit.
Oh my God.
We just saw a show at the Crane Theater in New York where they asked everybody to be masked, and like, it's no big deal. We're sitting in the dark. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Yep.
I am still, then I also went to a piano bar last night, so without a mask. So it's all over the place. But I have a friend who got one of those little the oxygen quality meters, or like how much particulates are in the air or something like that.
Oh, hello.
He has a really expensive kind, but he says that there's a $30 kind. The only difference is that you have to charge it more often. And so I'm considering getting one of those just so that I feel like I'm making superstitious choices about masking. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, how do I feel right now? Which is not really useful, except for my anxiety.
If you can figure out what that particulate sensor is, if that's like gaydar for COVID, I would love that information. Oh my God. Hilarious. I saw a reel yesterday that was, I guess it was a podcast between a bunch of sapphic queers. And they were like, we have to redefine what it means to be a femme and how we can flag, because too many straight girls are taking our shit like nose piercings or tattoos.
Undercuts.
Or undercuts, yeah. Yes.
That's very funny.
And they were like, how many tattoos, how many nose piercings do I need for you to know that I am down for girls?
Right. Yep. That's amazing. I will say I do appreciate your not straight earrings. And I get compliments every time I wear them.
I love them so much.
They're very adorable. And it's so funny. People are like, what is that? Oh,
yes. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. I'm so glad you enjoy them. I also purchased, and I sent Lillian this, but I purchased a pair of earrings for myself that I love so much. And they go, hey, I'm being gay over here.
That's so ridiculous. Oh my God, I love it so much. It's so dumb.
They're my fucking favorite.
Oh. Staten Island lesbian
my Sopranos
magnet.
Necklace.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Hooray. So
I thought about, how we used to do a lot of like a podcast for when your heart feels like a chopped cheese or whatnot.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that in a minute.
We haven't. But if you're listening now, you know that this is all about vulnerability and our stories of like feeling when your heart feels like when you sit down on a toilet seat and it slides and pinches your thigh.
Oh no.
that happened to me recently, and I was like, oh, I've definitely had the emotional equivalent of this, where you're like, everything's fine. I'm just doing a thing that I need to do, and a thing which everyone does all the time, a normal thing. And then suddenly you are being bitten.
That feeling when you're trying on shoes, but you didn't wear socks, and your mom made you try on shoes, and so you have to put on the little petties. And they start to already just roll down on your foot while you're trying the shoes on.
And they get caught on any dry skin that's on your heel that you didn't even know was there.
Yes, you had no idea that you were just crack-a-lacking down there. This is more fun than that for sure, but
how much actual protection from your foot do those things even offer? Right? That's not, I mean, a little bit, I guess. If you had actual particulates on your foot, they would fall off into the little footy and not into the shoe. But I don't know.
It's really...
What's the science behind this?
Dubious. The science is dubious.
Dubious. Oh, feet.
I didn't know that was going to be the takeaway, but I'm so glad it is. Oh, feet.
I have to say, so I am a little bit vain about my nails in general. And part of the reason why I do so much upkeep on the nails on my hands is that the stuff that I've been using on my face recently has started making my cuticles crunchy. So like the tretinoin that I've been using to treat my cystic acne, because I've been putting it on with my hands, I was like, how come I have to... Why? I feel like I don't know anyone else who has to like nip the cuticles around the edges of my fingers as much as I do. I do it like every other day. And then I realized it's because I'm putting this stuff on that's drying my shit out.
You could devote a brush to it.
Yes. Yeah. That is what I plan to do. And I have gloves because I dye my hair all the time. So we will move into an era where perhaps over the winter I'm not desiccating my fingers.
I gotta tell you, you were probably the first, I'll say civilian, who taught me about the little angled cuticle clippers to keep yourself from the horrors of peeling your hangnails.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was a life changer.
Oh, my gosh. For
and
sure.
I haven't been in hand agony in years because of you.
Yep. And then if it ever does come up, you can use a little bit of chapstick to sort of like slick it down to your skin until you can get to some clippers. But yeah, those really are life-changing. I don't know
completely.
Like why. Anyway, I do feel like I am a little weirdly nitpicky about parts of my body that other people are not. But fingers and toes, I like to look nice, but also I have gotten the mobility back on my right leg to the point where I can not as well as I can bend the other one, but I can bend it well enough that I can reliably paint my own toenails and clip my own toenails.
Oh, hooray.
On my right foot.
What were you doing for a year?
Getting other people to do it.
Nice.
Getting pedicures or like having toes that were snaggly.
Just one like prehistoric bird foot as a fun little treat.
Oh, that's just my chicken paw. Don't mind me. Oh my God. Oh, I have been watching anything fun? Well, our flag means death is back. Wait, are we not supposed to talk about anything TV or movie?
Of course. That will never be my rule.
Okay, I was like, I'm not in anything and I don't remember how this works.
You get to make that call.
Okay, great. I'm not advertising anything, but...
Oh, you mean Strike-wise?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes. No, we can, we can talk about it.
Okay. It's up to you. I don't want to make it...
No, I also don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
No, at least not yet. I've heard really wonderful things.
Yes, I love it. And also the other thing that is new, I think I told you a while ago about The Boys, which was a superhero, but like corrupt superheroes kind of thing.
Yes, I've heard such good things about The Boys.
There's a new one that's come out called Generation V that is, it seems to be a parallel timeline, but it's about like the college that the young superheroes go to. And it is fascinating, and I love it just as much as I love The Boys. It's so good.
Is it technically then a sequel or a prequel?
Neither, because it's happening at the same time. They cut to some other things so that you know what the timeline is. But also it has not. If you hadn't watched the other one, the other things, like they mention other characters, but the other timeline hasn't become important yet. So.
Got it.
I love it. Also, Sex Education was really great. I was really happy with the way that final season shook out.
I still have not watched it. That house, though, was recently up for sale.
What?
And from all of like the crazy real estate accounts that I follow, it was listed on there. Maybe like What the Crazy House or Leave Some Character. Those are two that I really like.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
That's fun.
What have I been watching? I have been watching I haven't Okay, this is really fun and very easy and definitely not a conflict at all. I have been watching The Simpsons for the first time in like almost 20 years.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in ages.
I was a Simpsons fanatic when I was young.
I was too.
I never fucking rescinded it, but like, just like went to college and then had stuff to do.
Oh, that didn't stop a lot of people. Yeah, I'm thinking of every communication major I ever knew. But I'm glad that you're enjoying it again. My God. I fell off that. I never really got into Family Guy or Bob's Burgers. Like, I just never got into them. Anytime I've ever seen any episodes, I'm always like, yeah, I can fuck with this. But it doesn't occur to me. I don't know why.
It doesn't stick. Yeah. I have been enjoying it so much. And like now I'm in 1999, which is probably pushing on one of the last seasons that I must have seen.
Oh, how funny. Oh, wait, you went back and watched from the beginning?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
well,
my
not
God.
the beginning, but like season 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
1 and 2 are wildly skippable. 3 starts to get good, and 4 is like the fucking holy grail from there on in. And so it's like they're making Y2K jokes, and I very dimly remember some things, but a lot of them too were also like I didn't watch TV enough to see the reruns at that point. So Yeah, so that's been really cool and so enjoyable. And also realizing, like, seeing again how many things I say that are actually really bizarre, esoteric Simpsons references. Like, things that will just always be funny to me that are not well-known jokes. They're just, like, one-offs that, like, Mo said.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For sure. Absolutely. I say cromulent all the time.
Yes. Completely cromulent.
Yeah. Also, my cat's breath smells like cat food. Like, and what's a diorama? Like Ralph. Yeah, pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth always makes me laugh.
Golden. I'm on Napster, I think, I downloaded like some kind of mega file of every ridiculous thing Ralph had ever said up until like, I don't know, 2001.
That's amazing.
And so, I put that on my own mix CDs.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
It feels so good in my heart. I love it so much.
Fun. That's super fun.
Yeah. I've gone back and I've watched a lot of American Horror Story.
Oh, How interesting. That has been something that I have always looks like I could handle, and the couple of times I've tried to watch it, it's just been too fucking scary. Or that's not true. The one where they're in New Orleans, like the first 2 episodes had 3 sexual assaults in it, and I was like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Yep, me too. That was horrible. They all have some element of sexual assault, which is awful, and I really hate that choice. I did find the rest of Coven to be wonderful. I found season 1 to be earnestly quite scary. And I remember watching it on a shitty laptop when I was doing Love on the Run.
Oh, funny.
And so, like, isn't that crazy?
Oh my
so
gosh.
we would wrap at like 9 p.m. and we would gather around the campfire for like an extra hour, and then I would take myself up to my motel room and sit and watch like an episode of American Horror Story and then go to sleep in this like creepy old Victorian room. And then go make a movie like I wasn't full of nightmares.
Amazing. Yeah. Somebody good is on this season. I mean, everybody, they're great performers. But then I tried to watch the Carnival season because Matt Fraser, who is a sideshow performer, who I know through burlesque stuff. I don't know that he knows who I am, but we've hung out a couple times. And he's a good dude and a great actor, and like fantastic performance artist. He is in the Carnival, the freak show one.
Yes.
And I really wanted to watch it, but the 2 that I tried to watch, one was like, first of all, daytime horror, like shows or movies where awful things happen during the day, it's so much scarier to me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yes,
it was like 2 kids on a picnic, and then this killer clown came up out of the woods and just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, no, can't. And then another scene that I just like turned on the TV and it was on was she's really famous, that very little person, the one who's like little is in it.
Yes.
And she was trapped in like a vase or something. And I was like, no.
She's being jarred and
Yes.
preserved live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yes, I know. I was so upset when that happened. I watched that whole season too. Kathy Bates was fucking delightful though, because the accent that she chose was a Baltimore accent.
In the Carnival one?
Uh-huh. She's the bearded lady, and Kathy Deach plays young her.
Oh, yes, that's right. I think I did know that.
Kathy, there are a couple flashbacks where Kathy's on stage being the bearded lady.
Oh my God,
and
she's so cool.
I fucking loved her. But yeah, so Kathy Bates was just like, she's doing the character work, and she's like, I'm gonna do a Baltimore accent.
Baltimore.
And they're like, okay. And I'll be real, she doesn't nail it. It's a hard fucking accent to nail. It's so difficult. It is literally because it's so like in the same pocket as Philly.
Right.
And because my hometown has Philly accents, I can't do it on purpose. I have to be like half attentive and say something in passing in order to clap a hand over my mouth and be like, did you hear that? So the fact that she could do it purposefully is impressive. And I saw that she used a Baltimore version of the Star Spangled Banner, which is really just how do you say it, like as spoken, right?
Okay.
Phonetically written out.
Yes.
How someone from deep Baltimore would say the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh my
and so
God.
that would be like her touchstone.
That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy? It's so ridiculous, but it also suits her incredibly well. Yeah, I've been having a really good time with that.
That sounds incredible.
Oh, very fun.
Oh my gosh. It's funny that you should mention revisiting Simpsons, because I've been listening to a bunch of comedy podcasts, like Picking Apart Comedy. And I've been listening to one called, I think it's called A Good One or The Good One. And this guy takes a single joke, like Paul F. Tompkins' bit about how he saw peanut brittle that had been like updated. Like the joke peanut brittle can where you take the top off and then snakes come out.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't give you enough information at all. That he saw in a joke shop an updated version of that. And it starts off with like, because the design was the problem. And he has the comedians on and they talk about like a specific bit and they pick it apart. And I just think it's so genius. And I love hearing people that make me laugh talk about stuff like that.
Ooh.
It's also
in like the art of a joke, the art of the construction and delivery of a fucking joke. What did you say it was called?
It's called Good One, a podcast about jokes. And it's hosted by someone named Jesse David Fox.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. And it's interesting too because, you know, by and large, the Paul F. Tompkins one almost broke my heart because he's talking about how pre-COVID, he was trying to sell, like, to get a comedy special and he couldn't get arrested. Like, nobody wanted to give him a comedy special. And all of the networks that he was going to was like, nobody knows what you are. You're like too old for the young kids. You're too esoteric for the, like, they're just like, we don't know what you are.
Okay, that is a fair assessment.
Sure. Sure. But, talking about how he like self-produced a special and how he's been doing more writing and more podcast creation and stuff like that rather than doing stand-up because he was just like, I felt like nobody wanted it. I felt like nobody wanted it. Oh. And I know. And Lewis Black talks about it too. Like these people where you're like, you are nailing it. Like you are, you're people that so many people look up to. And even with that, you guys are out there having imposter syndrome. And that makes me feel better because I constantly have imposter syndrome.
For fucking sure.
Buh. We're about to get to the point where, oh yeah, sure. Shameless plug. 21st Century Burlesque. Let me find the actual website. Every year they do a, Burlesque Top 50. And I was in the top 50 a few years ago. 21st, the number 21 stcenturyburlesque.com. You can go there right now and vote for me if you want. You also have to vote for like 5 other people. So if you want to vote for me, I have been doing some kick-ass stuff, especially around making room for larger bodies on stages. And you have to vote for 5 people though. You have to nominate 5 people. So if you need other people, you don't know burlesque at all, I'm happy to give you recommendations. I'm not going to say them here because that feels weird, but, who's your top 5, Lillian? But hit me up. I really appreciate it. It's, carries a lot of weight in the community. And, I feel like I've been out of the game for a while and I want to get back into it. Everyone wants to feel relevant.
Man, oh man. And it's crazy. It's such a funhouse mirror because like I get it because we didn't act for, 2 years and then we come back and then everything goes on strike for 6 months and counting, right?
So much PTSD.
And also, my best friend finally got to curate the all plus size burlesque review that she dreamed of for 10 fucking years and have 2 whole fucking shows. And the second one, the very first year, you were a contender for Miss Coney Island.
Yes, I was.
Fucking bomb.
I was a contender. Yeah, all of our Bounce House shows have sold out. Coney was oversold. And I'm not saying that we did this at all. this is not, but we are part of the momentum. I'm seeing all bigger bodied shows pop up all over the country now.
Yes.
And, you know, there's multiple ones coming up in cities. I just went to a show at Stonewall last night by a performer named Chartreuse called Fat Tuesday, and that's going to be a monthly show, which is great. Yeah, that's there's a need for it, and people are excited about it. Like,
yay!
People are showing up and showing out, and I'm excited to be part of that.
Fabulous. And who is your friend? Who's your friend who Selkie just had at their fashion week?
Oh, Jezebel Express.
Right. Jezebel Express, who you've been talking about forever.
Yeah, she's
just was a guest performer at the end of Selkie's New York Fashion Week show. Just last month. Like, it was so fucking beautiful.
Yay.
It was so gorgeous. It was whimsical. It felt like I was in Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh.
Just watching that.
Nice.
And that's not the first time that Selkie's done that, but like that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
I just yeah, so like I know nothing feels like a win these days. It just really doesn't.
Oh, I had two really great stories happen to me in 1 week, and I almost cried about both of them.
Lay 'em on me.
So my TEDx talk, Stripping Away Negative Body Image, it came out in 2015. Can you even? I recorded it in 2014. Boy, oh boy. So, first of all, I had somebody who came to our House of Yes bounce house, and she created a plus size like friend social group thing that she organizes all these events now that are specifically around bringing people together, not Curvily, but somebody else. And I did not know that our show had been an inspiration, but I shared a meme that she had posted about like, Halloween's coming, can you please not wear fat suits? Yay. And she reached out and was like, oh, thanks for sharing this. And we chatted for a little bit, and she was like, I actually started this because of your show. So that made me feel fucking cool.
Shit, that's amazing.
Yeah, it made me feel really cool. And then one of my friends is working on a TV show where I believe that like some famous drag queens are going to small towns and like working.
I love that show.
Oh,
right.
Great.
I
haven't seen it yet.
It's been Shangela. It's mostly Shangela, who I knew from Jump. In fact, when I went to Sundance in 2020, it's called We're Here.
Oh, okay. I've seen ads for it, but I didn't know that that's what it was.
It is.
That's great.
Wonderful. It is so moving. And when I met Shangela at Sundance in 2020, that was what he was there promoting.
Yeah.
And telling me all about it. And it was just so wonderful. I mean, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And
that's so great.
And you have a friend who's joining it?
No, I have a friend who's working on it. I don't know in what capacity they are working on it, but they were just somewhere like 2 weeks ago in some little small rinky-dink town talking to a trans woman who was a little bit later in life coming out and finally starting to live fully as herself, and was having a lot of issues around body image and things like that. And my friend was like, oh my gosh, have you heard of the concept of visual diet? Because like the more that you can see the change you want to be, you know what I mean? It's what you put in your eyeballs makes you feel better about you. And they were able to point them to my TED Talk.
Yay!
And apparently they really liked it. And I cannot explain how touched I was by hearing that story. Like, I definitely cried. But they were like, thank you for having that something to share. Strangely enough, that's not a concept that has really taken off. And I wonder if that is something that I should come back to and start creating more materials around, because I think that we kind of get it. But it all comes back to the negative stuff. Like, don't spend so much time on TikTok because it makes you feel bad. Like, don't do this, don't do that. But without focusing on the stuff where if you have good things around you and, you know, good people around you, then you feel good. It sounds like a no-brainer.
And if you reward the app for putting it in your thing,
right,
too, right? Like, the app will respond to your likes and saves and sends,
correct,
etc., and your comments. So
yeah, you just have to intentionally program your own social media, basically. Yeah, you are creating, by interacting with it, you're curating your feed. Yeah. And I don't know what happened. I think you remember a couple years ago where all my suggestions on Instagram were like weird body horror shit.
Yes.
And I would send you a screenshot of just like the whole thing. And it would be like a latex rubber face mask with someone practicing piercing on it or something. And I was like, how
why?
did we get here? And how can we get away? Some weird shit like that is starting to pop back up. I went to go search for something today for a profile to send to someone. And I was like, oh, no, not this again.
No. Oh, it's so weird. That makes
funny
me
cats, funny
so
cats,
happy.
funny cats, fat girls, funny cats, queer shit, funny cats, trans shit, funny cats.
Queer
like,
shit.
Tell me, show me these things.
That's right. I gotta be honest. Probably when the pandemic started, probably around the time when COVID started, and like all of the fat influencers I was following were just still posting the same vapid shit, and so I unfollowed a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. And I realized this stuff I started to get was more annoying, and I was like, fucking shit, I just want to follow like real people but also still not thin people. But also, no, I don't want to see your magical outfit transformation. Like, I don't. I'm not. I have to be in a very specific brain space to think that that's cute when otherwise everything is on fire.
Oh my God. Like now.
Like right the fuck now. 1,000%. I also, if someone wiggles something at a camera like this one more time.
What do you mean?
I am going, like, in the reels where people do outfit transformations or like makeup. And oh my God, could you just fucking be Vanna White and be like, ooh, like,
right.
Be fucking
I'm looking
creative.
At it.
Don't go deet, doot, deet, doot, deet. Every person on earth goes deet, doot, deet. And I'm like, you're all insufferable. I realize that is kind of a crazy thing to start my mental breakdown, but
gotta start somewhere.
One does.
Boy, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just asking for a little theatricality.
Right. I will say, as far as mental breakdowns go, I think I'm about to break up with my therapist. She's fine.
Really
she's
gave her a chance.
Yeah. She's just not challenging me. And I need more therapy talk from somebody. And so I will just like you don't quit one job till you have another one. I'm gonna, which is obviously something I didn't follow. I am going to start looking for somebody who specializes in ADHD because I'm much better right now than I was a year ago. In November, October, way better, in every regard, which is wonderful. But I do still trip myself up, and I can accept that I will always do that to a certain extent, but I really want to, I feel stuck and I don't want to feel stuck anymore. I want to feel liberated and flitting around, and I like getting my creative juices on things. So consensually.
You know, some good old mental health cake sitting.
Exactly.
Too much to ask for? Come on.
Exactly.
Good for you, honey.
So, yeah. I there's so many things, and again, you know, internet psychology is really a wild place, but some of the things from the people I've been following about specifically ADHD traits, I'm constantly surprised at how much I'm like, oh, me. Oh, that me too. Oh, wait, everybody. There was a thing I posted about rules. Do you remember that? It was like neurodivergent people. It might have specifically been people with ADHD. If you tell them a rule and they don't understand why it's important, they simply won't follow it. Like they're like, they're not going to push back or say like, I'm not doing that.
They're just not going to do it.
They're just not going to do it until they understand why it's important. And then fuck everybody who doesn't follow that rule because it's important. And there's no gray area. There's no in between.
I wonder in what way I am neurodivergent.
But I was like, doesn't everyone do this? And apparently the answer is no.
Apparently no? That's weird.
I mean, if you have, people are like, oh, it's a rule. Let's follow that rule. But that's what people. But that's what led me to ask about the stuff about like why people are required to be weighed at their doctor's office. And I called my insurance company and they were like, no, we don't collect that information. How could we? That's a HIPAA violation. We don't require anything having to do with that. And I was like, oh, so it's just some bullshit someone made up and then they decided everyone had to be weighed. Unless it has something to do with your medication and your dosage, right? Like,
right.
So, stuff like that where I'm like, oh, it's counterindicated. Why? Why is it counterindicated for someone my age? Why? You better fucking tell me, and you better have an answer, and it better be good, because otherwise I'm going to do whatever the shit I want, and I'm going to get 1,000 COVID boosters.
You're like someone who just keeps pressing the door close button in an elevator.
Not at all. I'm not at all like that. I'm under no pretense do I think that those work. You know that only like 10% of those door close buttons work.
I have heard that. Yeah, that's crazy.
They actually just don't work.
Wow. That's all just illusion.
I have a fun shout out to someone who I think is very cool. There is this UK artist who goes by Spunk Rock. Her name is also Helena. Yeah, I really like her. Let me see if I can.
She is filthy.
She's filthy. I love it. This is nope. I'm trying to see if I have one of her things that I can even show our viewers. No, I don't think I do. I think everything in this little book is too dirty. But she started doing, I love the way she draws fat bodies. I love the way
me too.
She draws like differently shaped people together. She does a lot of stuff with like gender non-conforming bodies, which is really cool. Well, here's a little preview.
I do love her art. It's really fabulous.
I love it. And she just started posting where she was taking actual photographs of herself and then drawing like putting her art into it with like someone holding her or doing other things to her.
Sure.
And she was like, everybody was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I wrote to her and I was like, you should do a Cool World someday. Like, I want to see an animated version of this. This would be amazing. And then she opened that style up for commissions. So I bought one, and I know exactly what picture I'm going to use, but I need to figure out what kind of creature is going to be in the... It doesn't have to be a creature.
What did she change her account to?
So she's shadow banned and really hard to find.
Oh, that sucks.
If you Google Spunk Rock illustration, it's spunkrock.art is what it is on Instagram. So if you Google her, you can still find her. But yeah,
I was following her.
Yeah, you probably were. She's back up to 15,000 followers, which is good because she had to. I think she had to completely change her account.
Yeah, her drawings are so beautiful.
I just love her. But yeah, if you scroll down, you see the first like recent ones where she's like my kingdom for a cat boy and stuff like that. So I bought one of those commissions. I just haven't sent to her the inspiration for who I want in the drawing with me, and I'm really excited. I love her shit so much.
Fun! Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, this is fabulous. Oh my God, her in the lap of the devil.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
that's fun.
And if you look closely,
yep,
on the face of a devil.
I was already there.
Mm-hmm.
Delightful. She is so filthy, and I love her art. Less filthy, but really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sugar to My Tea. Sugar to My Tea is this artist who goes by Realm. She kind of like, she just looks like a Gen Z Instagram model, and I wish she drew more interesting bodies, but that one complaint aside, that everybody has the same body, which is very thin and very, like Kardashian, very Instagram filter. Her artwork is so whimsical and fun and very beautiful. And it is queer. It's just not queer. You know what I mean. But it is very, very beautiful and super whimsical. So if you want to look at like pretty smut, Sugar to My Tea is so fucking beautiful. And I wish she would draw more fat and interesting bodies, but until then, I do really enjoy her work.
Yay.
What else is there? This was the summer of concerts for me.
Oh, yeah. How fun.
Yes. Despite all the craziness, I saw Dave Matthews.
Yes, you did.
Which was so fun. I just saw the fucking Doobie Brothers with Michael McDonald, which is like life dream unlocked. It was so magnificent. And the sleeper hit, which was so fucking fun. You will love this, Lillian. I basically saw like a jam band version of The State.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yep. David Wayne and Ken Marino went on tour with their middle-aged dad jam band, which they assembled in their garages during quarantine. Mm-hmm. And they would just like play all the yacht rock, play all the easy listening and all the like greatest hits of New Jersey, basically. Mm-hmm. And then they took it on tour. And so they went to Philly, and I went to go see them at this like small chill venue. It was so fucking fun.
Yay. Good.
Was the best show
amazing
we went to. And the comparisons were pretty high. And I have never been a concert person because I have not really understood the benefit of going to a concert when you could simply just put it on Spotify. But like, I get it now. I know it's almost ineffable, but I get it now.
I'm not a concert person because of the crowds. I don't think I'll ever be back to that, unfortunately.
Dave was hard because of that. Dave was really hard because of that. I had an anxiety attack at Dave when we got to like the massive fucking stadium. And we wore masks and did not get sick from it, but like I was freaking out. And also it was the kind of show where nobody actually sits down, and we've gotten seats. And I hate when you have seats and nobody sits down. So that was a bummer. But also, what the fuck can you do? It's just like hordes and hordes of people.
People want to dance, I know.
Which I think is why the other two concerts, because it was only boomers at the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah,
obviously.
I was about to say. That's a sitting down kind of show.
They are sitting the fuck down. And then the Philly venue, I got seating that was a little bit more expensive, but it was also a higher platform than everyone who was in standing room on the floor.
Oh, nice.
I still got a great view. It was so much fucking fun. I mean, of course, Ken Marino is a dream, but he's also so fun as a front man.
Nice.
It was really great.
That's really fabulous.
I know. I feel like very proud of myself for finally doing some, normal people fun things.
Yay.
Like rites of passage fun things.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did make all of that happen. I didn't go see the boss, but maybe sometime. And Stevie Nicks is also touring right now, but tickets are like $500, which is a fucking bummer.
What? You're doing a whole cruise for that. I don't understand.
I know, right?
The only thing I think I would, and I'm not even that huge of a fan, but have you heard about the U2 Sphere out in Vegas? There's this thing called the Sphere, and it's this huge dome where they can do all this like 360 projections and stuff. And they're going to have other people do it, but they're in residence. U2 is the one who's opening it in residency. And I know people who just went, and they are huge U2 heads. But it just sounds like nothing else you will ever see in your entire life. I would do that.
What's the pitch?
What do you mean?
Like if it like what does the dome do?
So one of the things that they said as an example, so you see, I'm guessing in animation, you see the band, and then you see behind them a projection of Las Vegas, and then, like cranes come out and like tear it all down so that it's just the desert behind them while they're playing. Like that is an idea. There's just stuff to look at while you're listening to the music, which is for my little squirrel brain exactly what I fucking need. I think that's part of the problem. Like maybe I need to bring some crochet with me to a concert.
Maybe so that's why Gabby does so well. Gabby's constantly knitting.
During concerts?
Probably yes. But also just in general, just as a human being. No matter what she's doing, she's knitting. And I feel pretty confident she has ADHD. But she also has great retention. Like her retention, and I'm not diagnosed and I don't particularly think I have ADHD. But the stuff that she is able to latch onto and execute is so, I mean, dwarfs me by a mile. Maybe it's the knitting.
Maybe. It is working. Like it's a hand-eye coordination thing, and it's working stuff in your brain. Yeah. Because it's different. You're thinking about patterns and stuff like that.
She knits at bars, so.
God bless.
It's always.
I love it. I
fucking love her. Oh my God, I miss her. I have now, you're going to love this because you saw the beginning of this. When I first joined an acting class on Zoom during quarantine, I have now been with that same class for 3 years.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's so great. I love them so much. And I haven't been to LA since 2019. And I'm probably not going to go until I have like a work reason to go.
Sure.
Especially because Gabby doesn't live there anymore. But I am kind of excited for like going to going to California, going to LA, meeting all my classmates.
Cute.
And at some point going to Northern California and like seeing Gabby up there and seeing Jory's best friend up there. And
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty up there. I've always wanted to go to Big Sur. That's definitely a bucket list thing for me. Oh, Dawn got to go to, is it called Red Rock? The concert venue out there that's like smack in the middle
of... Red Rocks in
yeah.
Sedona. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he did that the last time he went out to see Michelle. And it looked incredible.
Beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful. Oh my God. It
was also really fun because I was like, that's beautiful, but I wasn't like, well, I wish I was there because I don't care about concerts.
Right. Fair. The only one, well, I would totally go see Bruce again. I saw Bruce once when I was too young to appreciate it, and I was like, I was with an ex-boyfriend, and his family invited me, and I think he and I just pretty much made out the whole time. Is likely. I was 19 maybe when that happened. And it was great, but I was not the Bruce fan that I am now. So I would see Bruce again, and I have to see Steely Dan. I have to. I have to.
How funny.
I
love this for you.
I love it for me too. Like, those are tickets that I don't care how expensive they are. I will go alone. I will see Steely Dan. It will happen as long as they take it on tour again. They're on tour right now with the Eagles opening for them.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. They're opening for the Eagles.
That's cute.
Is the directionality of that. And that's why I'm like, that's not worth it, because you're going to play 5 songs and then I'm going to have to listen to Hotel California, which is fine. I like the Eagles, but I want the meal to be Steely Dan.
Yeah, I get that. Mealy Dan.
Yes.
Ew.
Red Delicious Steely Dan.
Ew. Herk. With a Bosque pear on the side.
Oh, wow. Yo, God.
Some baba ganoush.
You just blow on it and bruises.
Ew.
Baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush. So my phone battery is at 20%. So might we shift into the
we surely
the
may.
scary
That's
stories
right.
portion of this?
Fuck buddies, we know it's been a minute, but it's still spooky Halloween.
It is still spooky Halloween.
You're gonna get a couple stories shaken out of this old apple tree.
Yeah, Jezebel every year asks, not Jezebel Express, Jezebel the website, asks people to write in with their true scary stories, and Jen and I started going ham on those a few years ago.
That's my favorite.
Because, we're coming into like year 4 of COVID, which is...
Yep.
That's what made me realize I needed a new therapist, where I was like, I've been a mess not a mess. I'm fine. But also the things that I need to work on in my life, I need to work on them for 4 years. For 4 years.
I was telling... I said to somebody, my accountant did not emerge from COVID the same. Like, she is different, and I need a different one, because she's just like on another planet. And someone who I was talking to was like, yeah, that's me with my a wealth manager or something. Like, just somebody has gone a little bit screwy. I mean, you and I both as well, but not to that level.
Right. My perception of time is gone. So if I was trying to do that for someone else, although I don't know in what capacity that would be.
I mean, I really don't blame her.
No, people are different. I think most people are different. I think most people, at the very least, a lot, like tons and tons of people's breathing was affected, and that has to do with the oxygen to your brain.
Oh my God. Very quickly, what you reminded me of And what you kickstarted with that too is that do you know why so many older people are just fucking insane?
What?
And in terms of insane, I mean in every way, right? From things
Sure.
that we see as like Alzheimer's to just like trumped up weirdos, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of scientists postulate that it is lead poisoning, and not just from chips and stuff that was more frequent then, but like the reason gasoline is unleaded is because up until, I don't know, around the time you were born, it was leaded.
Yeah.
And the
And
air
the fumes.
was
Yes.
full of lead.
Yes.
And so the people who were living their lives up until, let's say, 1980 were constantly breathing in lead.
That's terrifying.
And only now, for people your age and younger, are we now in a fucking world that is not constantly pummeled with lead.
Wow. That's
so
terrible.
Like the lead damage in the brains of people who like we'll say categorically, for people who categorically fall into like Trumpy, get out of my country, I hate women, blah blah blah, gay people suck, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Are wildly people who have much more lead exposure than you or I.
Well, hopefully we're about to shake all those sillies out. But too bad the Earth only has 20 years left, so too late.
Man. Oh, man. Yep.
Scary stories. Just turn on the news. Do you... That's wild. Hashtag not all older people, for sure. That is not Absolutely. The implication here.
No.
That was taken itself as a pull quote. Pretty ageist.
I mean, if you're older, you definitely have more lead poisoning than we do. But doesn't mean that you use that toxified noggin of yours to make some crazy fucking decisions.
Toxified noggin. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, I mean, also they used to, like, there's like mercury and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. All right. Scary stories, Jezebel. Mine's pretty short. Can I go first?
Get it poppin'.
Yeah, it's pretty short, but I really liked it. Palliser. I feel like Nora Beatty Timmons is the person that they're replying to.
Oh yeah,
I don't understand whatever comment, widgety whatnot they've been using for all of these years. It's horrible to navigate. Sorry, Jezebel. Okay. I moved into a new apartment in Manhattan's East Village in 2018. And if you happen to not be in the area, the East Village is like groovy, lots of old buildings. Up until recently, it was not like a desirable place to live. And now suddenly it is. So things are getting worked on. But like lots of buildings fell into disarray to the point where when I was doing shows down there in the early 2000s, the people who were in Wow Cafe Theater and the other tenants in the building, I believe, were able to buy the building for like $50 or something like that, with the promise that they would fix it and bring it up to code or whatever. All right. Moved into a new apartment in Manhattan's East Village in 2018. It was a huge upgrade for me, and it really is special. It's kind of a carriage house building with only 5 apartments, and you have to walk through another building to get to it. There's an adorable little courtyard with trees and flowers. I'm so jealous. I can't even finish this. I'm so jealous. And I have a technically working fireplace in my bedroom. The building itself dates back to the early 1900s. I'm a huge introvert and love being on my own, but the new apartment made me a little nervous. I chalked it up to not being used to having so much space, as I'd lived in studios for years, but the light/ceiling fan combo in the living room kept turning itself on and off by itself. Yes. Mm-hmm. It was driving me bonkers. And even talked to my upstairs and downstairs neighbors about whether they had the same model and were using a remote control. No dice. A few times I heard knocks on the wall and figured, so I guess this does have knocking, sorry, and figured it was my upstairs neighbor somehow. And then one night I was in bed with my 2 kitties. All 3 of us clearly heard someone sneeze a few feet away from us. I lost patience and determined that for the amount of money I was paying in rent, I was not going to be afraid in my own home. So I had the landlord replace the ceiling fan and got some Palo Santo from the local witch store and blessed the space, saying that only love and peace were welcome. After that, everything was fine. No more weird noises, no ceiling fan weirdness, and I enjoyed my home. Several months later, one of my upstairs neighbors asked if I could receive a delivery of balloons for her daughter's upcoming birthday party. She gave me the key and told me to tie the balloons to the banister. They have an awesome duplex. She explained that the ceiling fan turns itself on and off randomly, so I couldn't just leave them in the apartment. I laughed and told her my story and how I had handled it. After that, I went back downstairs to my place and was on the phone telling my friend about the ghost that had migrated to my upstairs neighbors. In the middle of this story, the TV turned itself on right in front of me.
No!
Then I thought about the blessing I'd placed over the apartment. I hadn't banished the ghost. It had just nicely agreed to abide by my rules, and it was telling me it was still here. I reinforced the blessing every once in a while, but life with my ghost friend is peaceful these days.
Amazing.
That was like when we were cleaning out my mom's house, and my mom had a little black and white TV that she had in her bedroom, and she definitely used to use it as a alarm clock. Like, she would set it to certain times to come on. But when we walked into the house, it was off. And I don't think it had a sleep timer on it. So Shauna was in my mom's bedroom, and we were just, trying to make pathways and stuff. It was the first day that we were there. And the TV came on out of nowhere, really loud too, because like I said, she used to use it as an alarm clock.
Oh,
and it scared the bejesus out of everybody. It was very funny.
I fucking bet.
Yeah. Marsha was like, hey.
Don't move my shit. Wow. All right. I have one by Seabassy.
Okay.
When I was 12, every night for close to 2 months, someone would knock on my bedroom window.
Oh, no. 12? That's young.
Yep, it sure is. It was usually after 11 p.m. and before 2 a.m. and at the beginning would wake me up from a dead sleep to where I thought I was dreaming. A few times I even heard the knocking in my dreams and then woke up and the knocking was still happening. I lived in a ranch in a newish neighborhood, so there weren't any mature trees whose branches could possibly be hitting the house. And I was certain of the distinct sound of knuckles on glass. I had a small nightlight, but no nightstand lamp, so I would have had to get out of bed and go to the other side of the room to flip the switch to turn on the lights. I had mini blinds that covered the windows, but the thought of being illuminated with someone outside terrified me, especially because my bedroom window faced the backyard, which faced a giant cornfield.
Nope.
Yep. Everything outside at night was pitch black unless the moon was close to full. After a week or so of the knocking, I asked my younger sister if she was doing it. She was 7 at the time, and me even asking about it scared her, so she tattled on me to my parents. They confronted me that I was telling stories, and I swore up and down that I wasn't. The knocking kept happening for weeks and weeks, and my behavior changed because I was always scared and never sleeping. A teacher pulled me aside to inquire about my dazed state and not paying attention in class.
Aww.
And I know. And I told her about the window knocking. She took me to the principal's office, and he called my mom, and they had a meeting behind closed doors that my mom would not tell me about.
Yo.
My mom slept on the trundle bed that night in my room to see if I was telling the truth. I woke up around 1:30 a.m. to the knocking on my window and reached down to wake up my mom. She wasn't there. I was terrified stiff and laid there until the knocking stopped, maybe 30 seconds, and then slid to the floor and army crawled down the hall and into the living room. My parents were asleep on the couch with the TV on. Out of probably fear, frustration, and disappointment, I started scream crying, which startled my parents awake. My dad got angry and said something like, "Fine, then tomorrow me and you and my shotgun'll wait outside." The next night, I'd hoped he'd forgotten about that promise, but nope. We bundled up in all black, me, and camo, him, and wedged ourselves between the back deck and the house with a clear view of both the cornfield and my bedroom window. A partial moon was up in clear skies, so you could make out the outline of the landscape and the house. I stargazed for a bit, but fell asleep pretty quickly, and my dad woke me up around 4 a.m. to take me back inside, saying all he saw were some deer in the cornfield, and maybe I'd heard bucks fighting. Then he went to bed. Not more than 5 minutes later, I heard a loud bang, bang, bang that hit so hard it rattled the blinds on my window.
Oh, no.
I almost peed myself. I was so scared and lay awake for the rest of the night with my heart pounding so hard I thought I was going to explode.
Yikes.
The knocking never returned after that, and my parents maintain to this day that it was all in my head.
Rude.
So rude. Oh my God.
Why would you escalate it to that instead of doing the thing that you promised to do in the first place? Why wouldn't you just let your kids sleep in the living room? Oh, parents.
Fun little button story for you. Mm-hmm. When I would have sleepovers when I was young, like when I was little, under 11, my parents would put me and Brittany in the TV room. Mm-hmm. And we would sleep on the couches or in our sleeping bags on the floor. And outside that window were giant arborvitae, which would hit the windows. Mm-hmm. And I was so scared of it and always certain that it was instead like a bunch of vampires from the cemetery that Brittany and I recorded on a tape cassette, pretty much like our manifesto against the monsters. And we recorded it, and then we would play it out, like right next to the bay window.
Oh my
and it would
gosh.
be like, "Get out of here, you monsters. We're not afraid of you." And like that was the tape that we played when we slept in the living room.
Hilarious. Oh my God. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Stuff like that. Well, that was lovely. Fuck buddies, we are going to start returning to old school format where we're tackling different topics. We're going to do some advice episodes. We're going to do some more interviews coming up. So we are excited to be back with you.
Hell yeah, we are. We know it's been a minute. And thank you for hanging with us. Thank you for inquiring and caring. And we love you. And it's just been, a fucking crazy time.
Yep. They know.
They know. We all know. I love you, Lillian Bustle.
I love you, Jennifer Ponton.
And we love you, fuck buddies.
We love you, friends.
Until the next time.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.